The wait is almost over for the most wanted Target holiday deal. Get 10% off Target gift cards with Target Circle this Saturday and Sunday only. From your teenage nephew to your kids' teachers and coaches, Target gift cards bring joy to everyone on your list. Join Target Circle for free now and you'll get the deal automatically. Shop December 7th and 8th for 10% off Target gift cards with Target Circle and save more on gifts. Happier holidays from Target. Restrictions apply.
This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
Today we are discussing Holiday Touchdown, A Chief's Love Story, which originally premiered on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, November 30th. Hey, when the podcast is over, you can hang out with us in a variety of places. Follow us on Instagram. We are Girls Gone Hallmark.
Hey, jump into our Facebook group, Girls Gone Hallmark, and Facebook groups. I'll leave a link in our website show notes.
So we would love to hear from you, girlsgonehallmark@gmail.com. If you got something to say, I believe you have some Hallmark news.
I do. It's not that exciting, but according to Sleepy Kitty Paw, who is now on Blue Sky,
Yeah.
gave up.
As are we, by the way. Girls
We are
Gone
too.
Hallmark.
3 wiser men and a boy nabbed Hallmark's top ratings of the year with, wait for it, 2.36 million
Wow.
live viewers on its premiere night. However, this is a decline from the original movie, which drew 3.63 million.
That is a trend we are seeing across the board on Hallmark's viewership numbers.
That they're
Declining.
declining.
I don't have cable viewership numbers to compare that to, like how the overall cable subscribership is going.
Regardless, 2.36 million is a pretty huge win for Hallmark. this
Yeah.
year. I'm anxious to see what this movie pulls in.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear a synopsis for Holiday Touchdown.
Chiefs superfan Alana tries to win Fan of the Year award as a Christmas gift for her family, falling in love with someone in the Chiefs front office along the way.
Holiday Touchdown was directed by John Putsch. According to IMDb, John has 61 directing credits, including Hallmark favorites like A Biltmore Christmas and A Holiday Spectacular. Outside of the network, John has worked on Scrubs, Cougar Town, and American Housewife. Funny fact, John was nominated for a 2013 Razzie for Worst Director for a movie called Atlas Shrugged 2, The Strike.
You know what a Razzie is, right?
It's like a bad award.
Yeah. It's on his IMDb, which I think is real funny. But I also look to see like who else has won a Razzie.
Yeah.
It's like a ton of like legit actors. It's just sometimes not
Everyone has a miss.
Everyone has a miss, right? Julie Sherman Wolf is credited with the teleplay and television story, whatever that means, for this movie. Julie is a great screenwriter and has written some of Hallmark's big movies like Holiday Hotline, A Holiday Spectacular, Wedding Every Weekend. She has one more movie this Countdown to Christmas season called Hanukkah on the Rocks.
Tyler Hynes stars as Derek. Tyler has starred or co-starred in 6 Hallmark movies this year. What's your guess? When we'll see the next Tyler Hynes movie on Hallmark?
I think it's going to be a minute.
Oh, do you?
I think he needs a break.
Jonathan Bennett did say in our interview that he's hoping for Groomsmen 4, 5, and 6.
Right.
But I would actually kind of be surprised if we don't get a Tyler Hynes movie in the first 6 months of 2025.
You think?
I don't think they're going to let this man fall out of the spotlight.
I was like, when has he had time to film one?
Good point.
We'll see. Hunter King plays Alana. We last saw Hunter on Hallmark in this summer's 2 Scoops of Italy and last year's The Santa Summit. She will star in the upcoming horror movie Don't Move alongside Hallmark favorite Lindsay Fonseca. That film is directed by McLean Nelson, known for directing The Magic of Lemon Drops. This is definitely not a Hallmark project.
McLean Nelson also directed the Hall of the Hall movies. Is that correct?
Yes.
I just was like, while you were talking, my brain was working. And you know how they filmed a reality series on the Hallmark Cruise Sail 2? Mm-hmm. Don't laugh. It just now occurred to me that that's probably for Hallmark Plus.
It probably is.
Yeah, but when it was announced, I don't think that was anybody's thought, because I think it was announced before Hallmark Plus and all of their reality programming was announced.
I mean, that's like a 1 hour documentary, don't you think so?
I'm very curious to see. Maybe that is the January content we're waiting for from Hallmark Plus.
Oh boy, maybe.
Ed Begley Jr. plays Alana's grandpa. Ed has 347 acting credits with 8 upcoming projects. Ed has been in a lot since his first gig in 1967. He's probably best known for his role in the long-running drama St. Elsewhere. Recently, you might have seen him in Young Sheldon or Better Call Saul.
Dietrich Bader plays Alana's dad, Hank. Dietrich has 245 acting credits with notable roles in American Housewife.
Megan Price plays Alana's mom, Leah Higman. I'm actually surprised by this because her face is so familiar. Megan has 28 acting credits.
Oh.
She did appear in 50 episodes of The Ranch, a role my husband clocked immediately. She was also in the TV series Rules of Engagement and another series called Grounded for Life.
Very familiar face.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Rio plays Alana's other grandfather. That's not Ed Begley Jr. Richard is a seasoned actor with 433 acting credits and 14 upcoming projects. Now, this may be the most I've ever seen.
I've never seen a number that big.
His face, very familiar. Scrolling through his resume, he has appeared in American Housewife. Have you heard that title more than once now?
Yeah, I have.
There's a lot of crossover here. He's been in American Housewife, The Middle, and Fuller House. It looks like his last Hallmark role was a movie called Love at First Glance from 2017.
Christine Ebersol plays Alana's grandma, Norma. Christine currently plays Dottie on the CBS sitcom Bob Hart's Abishola. She was a cast member and Weekend Update co-anchor on Saturday Night Live from 1981 to 1982. A talented stage actress, she has won 2 Tony Awards for her performances in 42nd Street and Grey Gardens.
Jenna Bush Hager has a cameo in this movie. She is known for being the Today Show co-host and daughter of former President George W. Bush.
Abraham Ben Ruby plays Santa Claus. Now, Abraham is probably going to hate this, but every time I see Abraham on screen, in spite of the fact that he has 120 acting credits, my brain goes all the way back to 1990 and a one-season wonder show called Parker Lewis Can't Lose. I could not tell you one thing about that show, except Abraham played a bully named Kubiak, who in my memory of the show never actually had any lines, just kind of like grunted aggressively. He also played Jerry on ER for a number of years, which might be where people recognize him from.
Was Jerry an orderly or something like that?
I believe so.
I remember the name Corin Nimick from Parker Lewis Can't Lose. I think that was the lead guy's name.
I'm impressed.
I don't...
Look, I pulled up the Parker Lewis Can't Lose IMDb page. I'm like, these dudes do not look familiar to me at all, but I'd know Kubiak anywhere.
That's hilarious. Donna Kelsey stars as Donna. This is Donna's second Hallmark appearance this year, having recently appeared in this season's Christmas on Call.
This movie was filmed on location in Kansas City, Missouri, home of both the Chiefs and Hallmark's headquarters. Other filming locations include Independence Square, a charming downtown in Independence, Missouri. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with First Impressions.
Your word is formaldehyde.
Can you use it in a sentence?
As you're sitting in your basement, you hit your vape, but then your mom walks in, freaks out, and starts listing the toxic chemicals you could be inhaling into your body, like formaldehyde. Which she singles out because it's the same chemical used to preserve your Uncle Rico's funky-smelling taxidermied fox. Formaldehyde. Vaping can expose you to toxic chemicals like formaldehyde. No need to spell it out any more than that. Brought to you by The Real Cost and FDA.
I got a line.
He got a line.
She got a line.
We got 4 lines. Cricket Nation. Cue finger guns. Really easy. Super stress-free. 5G so fast. Like blazing fast. Games and memes. You'll have a blast. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. As we discuss, take it from us. We 4 are 1. Cricket Nation.
And only $25 a line. Welcome to more lines. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile. You're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Discount varies by line. Fees may apply. Terms and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Hey, Wendy, what's your first impression of Holiday Touchdown?
So my first impression comes with a little backstory, if I may.
Oh, please.
Years ago, I played fantasy football, like years ago.
Yes.
And Andy Reid took my player out who could have won me the championship.
Oh.
And my reaction in that moment and every other time I see Andy Reid on TV is Andy Reid. So when Andy Reid showed up in my movie this week, I was like, what do you think I said?
Andy Reid. You know, my first impression is a little bit of a cynical one, but do not let that influence what you think my opinion of the movie is. My first impression is, thank goodness the Wicked of Hallmark movies has finally premiered.
You are not wrong. I am so beyond over the promotion of this movie.
What did you like about Holiday Touchdown?
Like you said, there's a lot of opinions about this movie. Let me tell you what I liked.
Okay.
I liked a lot the opening scenes where we get Alana's backstory, her family backstory. Like I love that they set the movie up like that. But what I liked best was like the real life footage that they obviously got from the Chiefs organization, married with like, you know, the new footage made to look old timey. I liked all of that. I thought visually like it was fun storytelling. That's the first thing I liked.
You know, speaking of visually, I think this movie makes a real big visual impact. Like when you have the fan cave in their Chiefs store is really well done. I mean, it's extreme in the right ways. They spared no expense, in my opinion. You know, the shots when Tyler and Hunter are alone in the stadium and the pan back was very cool.
It's on my likes.
We spoke with costume designer Keith Nielsen, and that interview is dropping separately also today. So give that a listen. It's a really interesting look into like the process that he goes through. But I watched this movie knowing that we were going to be talking to him. So I, of course, had an eye on the fashion.
Yeah.
But I think it lends to the overall picture. He does a really good job of telling a story with the clothes that they wear without putting Alana in a Chiefs t-shirt the entire time. I think the efforts to make this a real visually attractive movie paid off.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree with that. There was at one point I noticed Alana was wearing kind of like it read to me as like a gold sweater, and then she had a red coat over the top of it. And I was like, oh, that's nail on the head there. But it was interesting to hear Keith's process where he talks about how he didn't want to be too on the nose.
Yeah.
I really adored the black and white coat that her mom wore. I don't know if you remember it.
Oh, I didn't notice it.
Loved it.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about costuming, I loved the dress Alana wears to the party, her sparkly, real fun, cute, full skirt. And then the way that her jacket fits over it and flares out over the dress was very cute.
I loved it. What do you think about the fan superstitions part of this story?
It's not something I can relate to.
Really?
Personally, no.
Oh, that's so funny.
But I love stuff like that. Like when they're joking around, he's like, I had a wing in my hand for the last one. Do I need to pick up the wing? And they're like, yes, pick it up. I thought it was fun. There was too much hat for me. Like we get too in the hat weeds and we'll talk about it. But I like the idea. Look, I love a shared common goal. Kansas City is like a big small town. Like a small town feel in a city. That's the vibe I get having never been there and knowing very little about it. And I like the shared goal, and I like the microcosm of like their family's shared goals, like getting the Chiefs the win and the superstitions that they buy in, and then the fans at large buy into the family superstitions.
Yeah, I enjoyed the superstitions part of it. I think, well, you know, like we're a big sports family here. And so we've had our own like superstitions about like football games and stuff like that. So I enjoyed that part of it, especially that part where the wing part was really funny. Yeah. Well, we're going to talk more about the hat, right? In the wishes. Okay.
I really like the evolution of Derek and Alana's relationship. Like we get to see like their cute falling for each other moments. Like when they like have a little hand holding moment outside her family's house when they're around the fire. I'm not too jaded to find that cute. They have 2 kisses on their first real date. I am not immune to the Tyler Hines charm. he's nicer than Alana is throughout.
100%.
Like, he's the good guy. I really was charmed by their relationship. During the Christmas Eve party, she gets him his mug because his hands are always cold. And he's like, I don't have that problem anymore. And like holds her hand, and it's so cheesy.
Yeah.
But it's like, those are the early relationship stages.
Sure. And those are fun, I think, and relatable for a lot of people.
Yeah, there's no fast forward. I mean, obviously he's sitting in her family seats at the end. There's like some implied seriousness there, but we're not ending on a wedding or a proposal or even an I love you.
Right. Right. I did think like the hand holding outside of the fire pit, like kind of came out of nowhere for me.
Oh.
I wasn't quite seeing them like.
I thought they were flirting from moment one. And when she walks out and he's there, and she's like, oh, like she's very clearly happy he's there.
Yeah, I know. It was just by coincidence he's walking by their house and it says, can I warm up with you? Would you ever walk around in some random neighborhood and then if people are outside like their fire pit, would you be like, can I join you?
If I knew them.
I feel like I took the scene as he didn't realize it was them until after he asked, but I could be wrong.
Oh, I assumed he knew it was them.
I thought the cameos in this movie were interesting. Of course, we have Jenna Bush, who like is probably a very recognizable face for anybody. For Hallmark fans, we have Wes Brown.
Yeah.
And then there's all these like football guys who I have no freaking idea who they are.
Yeah, you know, the football cameos were completely lost on me.
Same.
And there's a couple moments like when they're walking through like the holiday carnival situation. I was like, I don't know who these people are. Like, I know Andy Reid. I only know Andy Reid because of like the whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce elevation of the Kansas City Chiefs in the pop culture zeitgeist. So yes, those were lost on me.
Yeah, I think those were probably a bigger highlight for a Chiefs fan.
Sure.
It fell flat for me.
I mean, it's like us. It's like you going to watch the greatest Christmas pageant ever, and you're like, it's Stephanie Sy.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. I thought there were some very funny, memorable lines. One that stood out for me is Tyler saying he could also fold a fitted sheet.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
No, I love it.
Which was just really funny. I know it has nothing to do with it, but if you were watching Funny Mr. Christmas.
What's funny about that scene is he says it immediately after wrapping a gift beautifully. So it's like the 1-2 punch of Finding Mr. Christmas moments.
Right. Exactly. But Ed Begley Jr.'s response literally made me laugh out loud. He says, if he can make restaurant grade ranch dressing, he's in. And I thought I was alone in loving restaurant ranch dressing. It's superior to what you can get in a bottle.
Of course.
Anyway, I thought it was very funny.
Speaking of Ed Begley Jr., he's a highlight in this movie for me. The wise, loving grandfather role will never not get me. Mm-hmm. He's such a treasure. When Derek gives him the seats.
Loved it.
And he just was clearly just so touched. And, you know, thank you, Derek, and gives him that little side hug.
He's just like sitting there, like having a moment in a seat, too. Yeah, I thought that was really, really sweet. And he gives this really heartfelt when Alana loses the hat. Mm-hmm. And he tells her, like, the magic isn't in the hat. It's what it represents and that they have each other. Mm. I was like, that's so nice.
It is so nice.
I thought he was great.
To your point about the cameos, I didn't care much about like the cameos. Like, I mean, it was fun to see Wes and like it's smart that they include Donna Kelce and all of that. But I did think the casting overall was top notch. The casting of Alana's family. I got to tell you, I didn't really care so much about like Tyler's work buddies.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I don't need to see them ever again. We could have cut that out.
I have a confession here.
Oh.
One, I'm not going to say who, but one of like his work buddies, I thought, oh, this is somebody who works for the Chiefs because they are a terrible actor.
Oh, no.
And then as I'm doing my work for, you know, the back end work here for IMDb, that person is an actual actor. And I was like, ooh.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Oh, no. We will not be naming names. I just think the casting of her family, you've got these hugely recognizable faces. Mm-hmm. And it makes a family that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. The one last thing I liked was at the very end, the ending scene where Grandpa Ed Begley, I don't know what his name even is in this, I apologize. But when he has the flashback to receiving the hat from Santa originally, I thought this was a standout moment, but it also reminded me very much of Signed, Sealed, Delivered for Christmas when Oliver,
When they get the reveal.
when he realizes that Jordan Marley, they've met before.
Yeah.
Did you get that same kind of sense?
I knew it was reminiscent of something. I just like that they pull back on the Santa in that moment. And I love a little Santa magic.
Sure.
Because at one point, my husband was like, when they lose the hat, he's like, oh, did Santa steal it? Like, was Santa the villain? Is Santa the bad guy? But he's just, it's Santa. Mm-hmm. Are you ready to talk wishes?
Sure.
First of all, we meet Derek. Derek then returns, having realized that this family is a Fan of the Year finalist. Rewind. When they realize that Derek doesn't believe in the magic of the hat, they're so mean to him.
Uncalled for.
Not just like, okay, whatever, you just don't get it. Like, I feel like they're actually mean.
Uh-huh.
And then when he returns, like, hey, you're finalists, Alana is so mean. And I was like, girl, you want to win. Your whole goal is how you want to take this store to the next level. Put your feelings aside and smile.
I have a lot of problems with Alana.
Oh.
I thought she was very unlikable at times. When she's annoyed with Derek after learning about that he has a job with the Chiefs. This is all in this like moment when he shows up there to like tell them, first of all, I think he should have been like, oh, I know this family. Let's give me the lighthouse or whatever, you know?
It feels like a major conflict of interest that he's even involved.
Totally. I totally agree. But I thought she was nasty to him.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't really love that. I also thought her extreme reaction to losing the hat felt like too dramatic. Like, oh my God, we're gonna like lose the store. Nobody's gonna come shop at our store anymore because of the hat, and people are gonna hate us. And like, it was, girl, there are a lot of things going on in this world right now.
Yeah, like the hat was a metaphor for her family, and she took it way more literally than anybody else did. And everyone else was like, no, this hat is just a visual representation of the things that are important to us.
Right. So let's talk about the hat, because I think you have some thoughts on the hat.
Well, I just thought the hat drama was too drawn out. I thought it was an interesting thing because we don't get a late conflict between Derek and Alana. The conflict is the perceived conflict between Alana and the fans. Like, they're going to turn on us when they realize that we've lost the hat. I think that's a really interesting plot device, because sometimes I am kind of tired of these like, oh no, are they going to get together moments? And of course, she does start pushing him away a little bit because of like, she's like, I've ruined everything. But I just felt like we spent a lot of time on a hat, and maybe we could have gotten to Grandpa Ed Begley calming her down a little bit sooner.
Yeah, I agree.
I did like everybody look under your seats and pull out a hat.
That's sweet.
Yeah, especially after they've made this big deal about the hat. Now everyone has this meaningful Christmas Day game hat.
That doesn't look anything like the original hat, but it doesn't matter.
Of course not, but it's like a current branded Chiefs hat.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, that's cool as a fan to like, have you ever gone to like a Lakers game and they have like, or an Angels game and there's like rally towels or like something like that's there for you, for the fans when you get there, like as a gift?
Sure. Usually they're giving them away as you walk in.
Yeah, but no, you've never been to like a basketball game and there's something on the seat for you?
Not on the seat. I think because people are genuinely terrible and they'll just take everybody's.
Yeah. Donna Kelsey's jersey in this movie really bummed me out.
That she's wearing a Kelsey jersey?
She's wearing a Kelsey jersey. It takes me out of the moment here. She's just Donna, and I'm air quoting Donna. Like, she's just Donna who works at this restaurant, right? But she's wearing a Kelsey jersey. Great. But on the back it says "Love you, Mommy," and it's signed Travis Kelce.
Oh, I didn't.
And I read like she wanted to wear something personal, and that this was like he signed that jersey like after he got signed into the NFL. But you're not Donna Kelsey in this moment. You're just Donna, the diner worker.
Well, yeah, there was a comment that I read that she was wearing Jason's jersey in the Eagles movie as well. Like,
Is it signed on the back?
I
too?
don't know. And then in the final scene, she's wearing the split jersey that she wore to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
like
I
the
do.
Chiefs Eagles jersey.
yeah, house divided kind of.
Yeah, and so some people commented like, is she now not Donna from the diner? Is she now Donna Kelsey?
Yeah.
But I could imagine her being like, I'm not wearing anybody else's jersey. I'm going to wear this one that's meaningful. And they're like, whatever, Donna, we'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's fine. How did you feel about her being part of this movie and then as well as Christmas on Call?
I mean, I'm fine with it. The whole Taylor Travis of it all. I think that's the closest we're going. It doesn't make or break the movie for me.
Listener Jackie sent me a text after
Yeah?
after this movie, and she said, she was like, do you think, she was asking my opinion, do you think like the Travis Taylor hype, like we're too far from it now at this point? Like, because that was real big last year.
Yeah.
Real. I mean, I know like she still goes to the games this year and they're still together as a couple, whatever. But like that was big news last year.
Yeah.
So at the conception of this idea, do you think we're too far removed from it?
Honestly, I'm kind of glad there was no Travis cameo. Costume designer Keith mentioned like it's a little, one of the dresses is like a little bit of a nod to Taylor, but there's no Taylor Swift
Jokes.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see that? I'm going to drop right here. It's not on my actual list, but did you realize that Derek's last name was Taylor?
Oh,
I wonder if that is a wink and a nod.
okay. Well, I have something on my Did You See That's about that.
Okay, we'll get to it. Did you notice the excessive use of jingle bell sounds at the beginning of this movie?
Did not.
I mean, like every scene, there was jingle bell sounds. It's a pet peeve of mine, not just specific jingle bells, but like when the music being used in the movie is to alert somebody, like the viewer, like something's happening. It's like, I'm not a dummy. I'm watching the movie. Like, you don't need to like clue me in on it. It grates on me.
Oh, I did not even notice.
I have one more weird thing that I thought needs to be pointed out was that digital snow around the fire pit?
Oh yeah, and it was bad.
It was really
They
bad.
spent all their budget.
I know. Oh, I was wondering about the budget. This movie had to have had a bigger budget than typical Hallmark movie, right?
Maybe. I was looking at IMDb because sometimes IMDb tells you the budget for the movie.
Oh,
Not often.
that's news to me.
It's pretty rare, but no, not on this one.
I have one final thought. And this is a thought, and I thought I would put it under my wishes. I feel like this movie was definitely made for Chiefs fans. And while I enjoy football, this whole like fandom aspect of this movie like doesn't do anything for me.
No, it feels like trying to bring in a new audience.
Sure. Yeah, I guess.
Here's what I think this year's Countdown to Christmas movies have actually lacked a lot of Christmas. Like in the past, I feel like we've been beaten over the head with Christmas activities, and there's been very little Christmas. I mean, I know we have Christmas Eve, that the event takes place on Christmas Day. It's a holiday party, but I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, I need a little more Christmas.
Yeah, I hear you. I need some more Christmas too. So I hear you. I have one question for you. Last year's Never Been Kissed. Remember people were pissed about that movie not being a Tyler Hynes movie?
Yeah.
Did you think this movie was a Tyler Hynes movie?
He's the love interest, and he's the one who makes the magic happen.
I just wondered, did they put Tyler Hynes in this movie as a vehicle for eyeballs?
Well, they were always going to put
A big
one
name.
of the biggest names.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't think it's a mistake for it to be Tyler.
Do you have any other wishes?
Nope.
All right.
Let's talk. Did you see that?
Yes, go first.
Well, first of all, it's so confusing to me. They give them season tickets for Christmas. The season is over.
The season is over.
Like,
And I don't think you can buy tickets for the next season at that time of year.
I doubt it. I'm like, you got season tickets to go to the last game of the year
Yeah.
to like lock yourself in?
Well, my first one is Justice for costume designer Keith Nielsen. They spelled his name wrong.
In the opening
in
credits?
the opening credits. And the only reason I would have ever noticed this is that he and I have coincidentally the same last name, spelled exactly the same.
Yes.
And my name is always spelled wrong. I feel bad for him because obviously he was a big part of this movie, the production side of this movie. And we have been talking about it all season that Hallmark has let a lot of things like slip through the cracks. You can't be misspelling the names of the people who work on your movies.
Yeah.
I think it's a terrible injustice.
Agree. All of my other Did You See That's come from outside sources.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, first, listener Mackie sent us something that was pointed out on social media. User CatJoy9 on social media posted a photo of the marquee behind Derek and Alana.
Yep. They're walking down the street in Independence.
And the three titles are A Holiday Spectacular, An Unexpected Christmas, and The Santa Summit on the marquee.
I enjoyed that. Of course, Holiday Spectacular, written by Julie Sherman Wolf, An Unexpected Christmas, a Tyler Hines movie, and The Santa Summit,
Yes.
a Hunter King movie. Yeah, I saw that. I loved it. I loved it.
I'm here from listener Mike, who says, I don't know if it was inspired at all by the TV show Get Smart, but one of the jokes Tyler cracks is that's the second largest collection of beef-related ornaments I've ever seen is right out of Get Smart. It was a recurring joke on that show that whenever Max saw something particularly oversized, he'd say, that's the second biggest blank I've ever seen.
Maybe Julie Sherman Wolf is a Get Smart fan.
Let us know, Julie. Mike also wonders, I wonder if Diedrich Bader's character Hank was intentionally named after Hank Stram, the Chiefs' first coach and coach of that first Super Bowl winning team in Super Bowl IV. Come to think of it, I'm going to assume that Tyler's character's name, Derek Taylor, is an intentional combination of the players Derek Thomas and Otis Taylor, both Chiefs Hall of Famers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Taylor Swift, what I just said a few minutes ago.
So I don't know if the origin of those names has anything to do with that, but this is why you need like a sports fan who knows all these, an encyclopedia of knowledge about the team and about sports.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, what did you rate A Holiday Touchdown?
I gave it 3.25 stars.
I gave it 3.75.
We're not that far off.
No, I liked it.
I enjoyed it, but I also think it was not for me. Does that make sense?
Yes. I really enjoyed watching it. Is it my number one movie of the year? No. Was it a fun watch? Yes. Thank you for listening to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. This week is jam-packed with episodes and interviews. Please keep up with us. And if you love this podcast, we love your 5-star ratings and reviews. It is the easiest 30-second gift you can give to us. Tap the 5 stars and let everybody know why you love this podcast. And we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.
I got a line.
He got a line.
She got a line.
We got 4 lines. Cricket Nation, Q finger guns, really easy, super stress-free. 5G so fast, like blazing fast. Games and memes, you'll have a blast. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. As we discuss, take it from us. We 4 are one Cricket Nation.
And only $25 a line. Welcome to more lines. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Discount varies by line. Fees may apply. Terms and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Hey.
I got a line.
He got a line.
She got a line.
We got 4 lines. Cricket Nation, Q finger guns, really easy, super stress-free. 5G so fast, like blazing fast. Games and memes, you'll have a blast. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. As we discuss, take it from us. We 4 are 1 Cricket Nation.
And only $25 a line. Welcome to more lines. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Discount varies by line. Fees may apply. Terms and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
I got a line.
He got a line.
She got a line.
We got 4 lines. Cricket Nation, Q finger guns, really easy, super stress-free. 5G so fast, like blazing fast. Games and memes, you'll have a blast. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. As we discuss, take it from us. We 4 are 1 Cricket Nation.
And only $25 a line. Welcome to more lines. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Discount varies by line. Fees may apply. Terms and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
I got a line.
He got a line.
She got a line.
We got 4 lines. Cricket Nation, Q finger guns, really easy, super stress-free. 5G so fast, like blazing fast. Games and memes, you'll have a blast. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. As we discuss, take it from us. We 4 are 1 Cricket Nation.
And only $25 a line. Welcome to more lines. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Discount varies by line. Fees may apply. Terms and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
I got a line.
He got a line.
She got a line.
We got 4 lines. Cricket Nation, Q finger guns, really easy, super stress-free. 5G so fast, like blazing fast. Games and memes, you'll have a blast. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. As we discuss, take it from us. We 4 are 1 Cricket Nation.
And only $25 a line. Welcome to more lines. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Discount varies by line. Fees may apply. Terms and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.